What's good with all my real ones? Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into my videos. If you're not a real one already, my name is daljiimarax, and on this channel I teach you how to recreate celebrity makeup and hair looks done by the top makeup artists and hairstylists in the beauty industry. And I also do really great wig transformations, and this is one of them. Haha. So if you're interested in that type of content, then subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and let's enjoy the rest of it. So today I'm teaching you guys how to basically install a lace front wig. I have a full lace wig from Premium Lace Wigs. I'll leave their information, the link to this wig down below. I have 22 inches. I can't even, let me see. It's basically almost hip length. Sorry. So this is like my boob, underneath my boob, and then almost hip length. So yeah, this is pretty long hair. I love it so much. I have 130% density, so it's pretty thin as far as like straight hair goes, but I don't really plan on wearing it in crazy hairdos all the time. So you know, you don't really need super thick hair if you're not really wanting to do like updos and like thick curls and stuff like that. Like thinner hair, you can get away with stuff like that. So basically I'm teaching you how to install it, how to tint it, how to pluck it, blow dry it, flat iron it, all that good stuff. You get it on your head so you can go. So if you guys are interested in this, let's get started. Alright, so first for the wig you have to bleach the knots. So I'm using a bleaching powder and then a 30 developer just because that's all I had left. I usually use 20 developer, but I've done this enough times to know, how long to mix it and whatnot. So what I'm doing is I'm going to mix it until it's a thick consistency. You don't want it to be runny, like as if you would put it on the actual hair, because then it could seep through the lace and then end up bleaching like the roots of the wig. We just want the knots to be bleached. So make sure it's a nice thick consistency. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it using a knife. If you use something like a spoon or a brush, it can that'll like increase the chances of it seeping through as well. So what I'm really doing is focusing on like the lace part, which is going to be showing like where my hairline is. So I'm focusing on that part first and then working my way upward because that's the most important part to me. So I didn't really, mix enough bleach and powder because I didn't really care about like the front of my head. Because like I said, I'm not going to be doing too many crazy hairstyles with this wig. So I'm really just focusing on the hairline and just doing that all around the wig, making sure the hairline is nice and bleached. And then that's how we'll do that. And once I have completely, bleached all of the knots how I want it to, I leave this on for about 15 minutes. Then I go ahead and rinse this off with like room temperature water. So as you can see, I'm just rinsing off all of the bleach, making sure it's all gone. And then that the knots are like a nice brassy orangish color. Next, I'm going to take this purple shampoo and I'm going to basically I'm going to tone the knots so that they're not orange when I put the wig on my head. You definitely don't want no orange knots. That's going to look super crazy. And it doesn't matter like how much foundation or whatever you put on it. You want to make sure that it's no longer brassy. So once I do that, then I'm actually going to wash the hair, shampoo the hair as well. This is my first time washing the hair. So once I get the knots nice and, marinated in the shampoo, I'm going to go ahead and wash the rest of the wig. Now I'm just going to add a first layer of my Bold Hold list. What is this called? Sorry, I'm going to add a first layer of my Bold Hold lace tints. Sorry for the blurriness, but I'm just going underneath the lace and then all around the hairline of the lace. This is just my first time I do it, just to like kind of get that nice and marinated in the wig. Next, it's time to pluck. As you can see, this hairline is kind of like super like perfect, and you don't want it to look like that. You definitely want a natural hairline for a natural look. So I'm basically just taking random pieces of the wig and just plucking all around. I'm definitely not sticking. You don't want to stick in one area. You want to just go random places and start plucking to your liking until the hairline looks like how you want it. The plucking process is really like to each his own. Some people like a super thinned out hairline. Some people like, just to pluck a little bit. Me, I'm kind of like in between. So until it's just basically how you want it as an individual, you just keep plucking away. You definitely don't want to stay in the same spot. And you want to kind of like use like a lighter hand. Don't be going too hard. You don't want to pull too many pieces out at the same time. So I'm basically just going back and forth on this one side, start with one side at a time and plucking until I like it. And then I'll like comb the hair out to see, you know, the progress that I'm making. So I'm basically doing the same step on both sides. Just plucking until I get to my liking, combing it through, making sure it's nice and natural. And yeah, just do this until I'm satisfied. So after we're done plucking, I'm going to blow dry my hair because, yeah, I definitely don't want to put it on while it's wet. That'll be harder for like the glue to dry once it's time to glue it on. So I'm just taking a paddle brush and a blow dryer and just blow drying this hair until it's dry. And then it will be time to move on and style the wig. Now what I'm doing, I have this flat iron comb which like makes flat ironing so much easier. And then I'm just flat ironing the hair. Everything I use in this video will be in the description box below, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm flat ironing the wig and getting it nice, straight, and styled so I can apply it on my head. So this part is pretty self-explanatory. Like, you should know how to flat iron hair. It's very simple. And then now I'm just kind of going through it with a flat iron, not trying to get it, like I'm not really worried about it getting too perfect because once I put it on my head, I'm going to go ahead and like style it again. But just straight enough so I know what I'm working with. Now what I'm doing is putting the wig on my head and kind of seeing, you know, how I need to lay it out, how I need to, you know, put it on my head. Basically evening it out so it's ready to be installed. And I just have a cap on my head. I don't do the bald method because I don't keep my wigs on for like longer than like 2 days. Like after like 2-3 days, I'm ready to take it off and put another wig on, or just let my head breathe. So I don't really do the bald cap method. That takes way too long. So yeah, just testing the wig out, seeing how it's gonna go on. So what I do is cut like 2 pieces because I like to put the middle part on and then do the sides. This is going to help, you know, make sure you put the wig on properly, and it's going to help it look like much more neat when you do it, you know, piece by piece instead of all together. I'm using my bow hold active glue. Kind of messed up a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm applying this on the center section first, and then I'm taking a comb and spreading out that and letting that first layer sit. I put 3 layers on because they recommend 3 layers on if you want like a longer, you know, application. So yeah, I put this first layer on and then I blow dry it until it gets nice and clear and tacky, and then I put the second and third layer on and just repeat that on all 3 sides. Very, very simple. And then I apply the first part, so move that forward and then press that down with the comb as well. And then I'm going to add some glue on the side of my head. We're going to move on to the side and do the same exact steps. Then we're going to do the same stuff. Blow dry it, let it get clear, add another layer, blow dry it, let it get clear, add the third layer. And then we're going to go in with my razor and I'm going to cut the front part off first. And then sometimes, you know, when you're doing this, some pieces lift. So I go in with a little bit more glue and then just get up underneath the pieces that are lifting a little bit. And then just repeat the same step on both of the sides of the wig. And then those parts, when I add more glue, I just let it air dry instead of using the blow dryer on that. Then here I'm just cutting around my ear so that I can tuck the lace, you know, tuck my hair back around my ear. I'm gonna take a wrap and lay down my hairline so that the wig is nice and like glued on there. This helps with making sure the glue is nice and dried and make sure the wig is secure. Some people like to use just like the regular scarf, but I like this wrap. This works much better. Now while that is down and laying my edges, I like to go back in and flat iron the hair. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my hot comb, so I had to, you know, get this middle part, run through this a couple times. But yeah, that pretty much concludes how I install the wig. I let the wrap sit on for about 5 to 10 minutes and then I'll cut it off and then my wig should be nice and secure by then. Alright guys, so this is the final result of the wig. I absolutely like this wig. It's really great. What I have to say about it, this wig definitely sheds. I'm gonna be completely honest. I wouldn't wear this wig like for months. This is a wig I would make sure I take off every week and wash and do it. I wouldn't keep this on for like 3 weeks, how you can usually keep like a lace front wig on, because it sheds. Make sure when you are, this is not the wig you want to accidentally fall asleep without your bonnet on. You definitely want to keep this wig like wrapped up in a silk and all that good stuff. You definitely don't want to accidentally fall, because you will be tangled. And it's like, for this to be straight hair, there should really be not as much shedding, and there shouldn't be as much tangles in the back area. Because I've had affordable and had really expensive straight hair, and it, like, this sheds pretty much. Like, if this was curly hair, I would understand why it's shedding this much, but for this to be straight hair, it sheds pretty much. So I would recommend you take this off like every week, every couple of days, or every week. Do not keep this on for a whole month. You're gonna be miserable. Like, the wig gonna be gone by then. But at the same time, this was a $200, like $190 wig. You get what you pay for. Like, when these companies are naming their prices for these wigs, it's mostly due because you're getting what you're paid for. Like, if you're paying for a $400 like straight wig, that wig is gonna last you forever. $200, $100 something wigs are not gonna last you forever. So it's not like I'm mad that it's shedding that much, because I paid $190 for this wig, so it's expected for it to not be a wig I can wear for a year. Unless I'm taking it off and putting it back on, not just keeping this one wig on for a really long time. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I do recommend this. You know, if you're somebody who takes your wig, if you're somebody who changes your hair often, I recommend this wig. I'll say that. If you like one of those people who like to keep a hairstyle for months, you need to invest in a like $500, $400 wig, maybe even $300s. But this wig is for somebody who changes their hair pretty often, which is me. I didn't really plan on keeping this hair on for weeks at a time, like, so I'll definitely recommend that you don't keep this wig on forever, like I said. But you know, it's $190. Like, I wasn't expecting this to be the best hair I've ever had in my whole life, but I would purchase from this hair again, because like I said, I don't wear hair that long. Like I like to switch my hair up every other week type stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was very informative. Like, if you actually learned, or if there's something I could improve on within this video on as far as tutorial wise to help, you know, better educate you guys, so you guys, you know, are understanding these tutorials, definitely leave all your critiques in the comments below. Follow me on my social media, because I definitely upload makeup and hair videos on my Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be on there like joking all day. And make sure you're subscribed if you didn't already in the beginning of the video. Make sure you do that now, okay? So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.